So I would love for you, if you could first just introduce yourself and your project.
Sure. Hey, my name is Travis Wood. I'm a filmmaker from Minneapolis, Minnesota, typically short films. This project is called Affurmative Action, and it's kind of a workplace diversity study, I would say.
Great, thank you. And I've watched it a few times now, and I want to compliment you because you have made something truly, truly dark here.
Thank you.
So I mean, dark and funny too. You know, moments of humor. I love to hear. When did you decide to make this, or when was the first time you started noticing that?
Yeah, a couple of years ago, I had moved out to California, and it was the first time I was like really looking for an actual like full-time job. And as I was like going to different like websites, I just started to like slowly notice it. And at first I was just like, huh, this is funny, and sent it to my sister. And then I just like kept seeing more as I was like going through the job process. And then I just eventually started just seeking out these websites for the film, like after a couple months of like accidentally noticing it.
Got it. And when you first saw it, was it kind of like, oh, like there's dogs and all these, or did you quickly make the connection, like there's a lot of dogs, not a lot of Black people?
I think it was pretty quick, but I, I guess I didn't think it would be as like big as it was, or like as much of a thing. Like even just having dogs on the like team page, I didn't realize was like that big of a thing either. So I feel like those two together became became very, very quickly noticeable.
Yes, absolutely. And this is like a side note question, but are you a cat person or a dog person?
I'd say dog.
Okay, all right, that's fair. Cool. And I had a chance to check out some of your other work. You have such an interesting voice, and you bring like I read that you described it as kind of a hybrid of fiction and nonfiction. And I don't know, it's just so distinct, and the tone
Thank you.
is so nice, and I know I'm going to be thinking about this for like a long time. It's going to haunt me. But I'd love to hear a little bit more about, kind of how you describe your own voice and what you like to work on usually.
I guess there's just a good amount of honesty in every project. So fiction or nonfiction, I'm just trying to hit like something that feels like true to me. And then I guess I like to think I'm funny, so I'm trying to put in as much humor as possible. So I'm trying to make like comedy nonfiction, I would say, is like where my projects end up going. But yeah, most of them are just me working on them, like pretty small crew. So yeah, they all end up feeling, I think, cohesive, just because it's like however I want it to be is the way it is. There's not really like it's just a single feedback loop between me. So,
Got it. And you edited it as well, yeah?
yeah.
The push-ins on the dogs with like the music getting more ominous was like
Thank you.
so
Thank you.
fun. So with the composer that you worked with, I really enjoyed the score. I thought it accompanied the piece very well. Have you worked with them before?
No, that was the first time. And basically I'd found this like reference track that I really liked, but couldn't get the rights to use it. And I hit up a company that I got referred to, and the company was like, this budget doesn't work, but like we have an intern basically that wants to do more projects. So he was like the intern for this like bigger post audio company. And yeah, he was awesome. I basically gave him like pretty minimal direction, and I would say like kind of like bad direction. Like I feel like I don't speak the sound world very well. So I would just be like scary, funny. And he kind of ran with like pretty simple direction and the reference and made it like so much better.
That's great. That's awesome. I think it worked out beautifully. So congrats on that.
Thanks.
Yeah. And so you used clips of, talking to Zuckerberg. I know that this issue has come up, in a lot of situations. Why was that like the news clip that you decided to use?
Um, I guess one aspect of it is like that clip had kind of found me. Like I had just seen it like live on TV. And when I was working on the film, I just like very loosely remembered like, oh, I feel like Zuckerberg was like literally in a courtroom talking about this. And I guess I just really liked that clip kind of to me shuts up where people are like, well, that's what they have online. There's like these other things where it's like, no, like here's what I'm seeing and here's what it is, and you can do better than like this. So I feel like I just loved how like to the point it was, and like that, yeah, Zuckerberg responds in the real clip, but in the movie I was happy to just have it be like his end of being like, no, this is it. So kind of wanted to reinforce that message to people watching the film and other companies, like, here's what I'm seeing, and I don't really care about the feedback. Like, what I don't care about what's on the other end. Like, here's what you're showing me, so that's like what I'm gonna judge you off of.
Got it. Great. I think you conveyed that very well. Yeah. And oh yeah, I'm curious about your process. So you had this idea. You're like, there's like dogs are listed on these websites. This is like eerie and ridiculous. Where, like, did you immediately know like, oh, I'm just going to do it like, I'm going to make a short scrolling through these videos or scrolling through these pages, and then I'm going to add a news video and that's going to be it. Did you consider, using animation or doing something else? I'm just curious, where your process kind of started and ended.
Yeah, I guess I just knew it was interesting, and like I think my first zone is I was like, oh, maybe this is like a photo book, and I've never made any photo books, but I was like, this could just be like a photo book with like some stuff, and then it just became like kind of a digital photo book, and then it kind of formed the film from there. But yeah, it definitely started as like more picture focused media.
Got it. Very cool. And then what do you want people to take away from this? Or who is your intended audience, I guess?
Um, I guess I think like if I had to pick like a very specific intended audience, it's like the crowd that's like, I guess like the like Obama was president crowd. That's like, things have already come so far along. What are you talking about? Like, don't be ridiculous. Like that was, I think, like my goal crowd, just to be like, well, I think there's a lot more distance to come. If it would be like my pinpointed, crowd like person. But I think kind of, I guess I want everybody to see it, but that's if I only had one group of people, I would pick that group.
Got it. I think that is a pretty good group to pick.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great. And then is there anything else that you want people to know about the film?
I guess only news about it. I am trying to extend it into a feature doc. So could be coming soon, could be coming late, but the goal is to, as it's been getting around, a lot of the feedback is like, okay, you've made an observation here, but I don't know how we got here. I don't know how to fix it. And then there's another crowd that's like, okay, but like, where are your facts? So I want to like take all of those like feedbacks and like extend the film and add in a lot more depth to it.
Gotcha. I would love to see that. I think I think that would be a really great doc. I mean, it already is a great doc. So
Thanks.
Yeah. And then is this your first time showing something or being an official selection at Salute Your Shorts?
Yes.
Gotcha. Cool. Very cool. Are you, what block are you in?
I'm actually not totally sure. TBH.
That's fair. That's fair. Are you screening at the drive-in or no?
He also should know, but not sure. I feel like the digital film festival route, because I was in South by and it got canceled, and then there was basically just like here's a ton of festivals that have waivers. So I feel like I've just been doing a lot of online ones recently. So
Gotcha.
Yeah, been a big online fest zone, but the drive-in sounds awesome.
Yeah. I'm excited to check it out, but I also think, it's great to have things online because so many more people can really access it.
Yeah.
So that's a benefit. Was South by your premiere?
Yeah, it would have been the first premiere festival.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I mean, congratulations on Salty. That's amazing, but I'm sorry it wasn't in person.
Yeah. So I guess, the next goal is to get in again.
Yeah. I saw you
when it's in person.
Yeah. I saw you also got a staff pick. That's really cool too.
Yeah.
Nice.
The Vimeo family's been awesome. For that
Rad.
crew.
Yeah, that's great. Okay, well, I think that's all from me. I would love to hear. Can you tell me your like Instagram handles, Twitter? How can people contact you, see more of your stuff, go to your website?
Yeah, everything online is at El Shatrab, which is kind of a random name I made up, but it's ELSHATRAB, and that's for everything online, portfolio, Twitter, Instagram, all those things.
Awesome, great, thank you.
Yeah,
cool.
Thanks so much.
Yeah, thank you, and thanks for making affirmative action.
Definitely.
Bringing this important point to the world.
Happy to be the one.
Yes. All right, looking forward to seeing more work from you.
All right. Thanks so much. Take care.
See ya. Bye.